the two concepts of Ajax. One was the how to load the data inside, how to load the fees. That is one data. I want to put it in the text box if there is a change in any of the select tag in this. Second, we saw the concept of where if there is any change in one particular select tag and I want to put the data in another select tag, we make use of the same Ajax concept in this case. So today's class, we are going to perform the search operation. Okay, search operation we have already done in the previous basic course in this, where we will be storing some data and we type the name of the student. According to that, the data was displayed on the screen. So we'll write a normal search code in this case. Later we will see the drawback of that and then convert it into Ajax concept. That's the first thing in this. And second thing is, whatever the operations you have done till now, these data was stored inside a database called as SQLite. That is, inside this, we have a file called as SQLite database in this case. So we had done that data in that SQLite database. Okay. So, but there is one problem with the SQLite database, that is, you cannot have multiple users to work on this database simultaneously. Say example, I have 5 people who are performing the operation on the database. That is not possible if you are using a SQLite. SQLite is only for one single user operation in this. So how to make it access to multiple people is what we will be concentrating in the today's class. That's the second concept in this case. The third concept in this case is, sir, what if I have not understood anything in this 3.5 months or 4 months? What I should do? Very simple. You can still create applications. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು 4 ತಿಂಗಳು ಏನು ಕಲ್ತಿಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ 15-20 minutes class will help you to write everything whatever you have done till now in this. So that is what we will be concentrating in the third section. So these are the three concepts that we will be concentrating in the today's class in this. Okay. So first, to start with, yes, we need to write a code where I need to store the where I need to search a student data in this, which you people already know in this. So now in what we will go to the project. We will go to the templates. In templates, you can create one search page. Use this. Create one HTML page in this case. So I'll call it as search student details dot html. A normal HTML code in this, and start with the HTML tag and use search student. Same thing I'll use in the heading tag in this case, say h3. Inside this, search student. Inside this Ajax link adala bekatra, I'll just copy those Ajax links in this case.
Their
And
screen is not visible.
screen is not visible. One second. Oh, sorry, I think sharing has been stopped. Yes. I hope you can see the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have created one HTML page, writing a search operation in this case. So inside this, same, I will make use of the form tag. Inside the form tag, I will keep one text box to type the name of the student and the button to submit in this case. So use a form tag, name is equal to search student, method is equal to post, use autocomplete equal to off, and close of the form tag. Inside this, use csrf underscore token. Inside this, input type is equal to text, student name, autofocus equal to on, use a placeholder, enter student name. So enter student name, and I'll use a input type is equal to submit. Name is btn search value is equal to search. So I've taken one text box and I have taken a submit button in this case. That is a form tag. So ಇಷ್ಟು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆದು ಕೋಡ್ ಮುಗಿದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರೆಯೋಣ ಅಂತ. I need to create a URL for this particular file in this. So go to urls.py. In the URLs, add a one more function. Sorry, add one more path. That is search student fees, views, and as I told you, we should always keep. We always keep the HTML page, whatever name we have given, we will keep the same name for the path in this case. Okay. So in the path, all the three functions we have kept the same name. After this, the next is go to views.py. In the views.py, I have to write a function in this case. So to write a function, we'll put it in the last. Say def function name and then request colon. We need one MSG variable. We need student data or student data. Then return render inside this request parameter, comma, the name of the HTML page, comma, we need to pass MSG colon MSG and the comma again we have student data colon student data. Okay. So I just need to see the HTML page in this. So I have written this code, save this and open the browser. In the browser, I'll give slash search student. So you can add one more link also in this case. It is search student details. So I got one text box and the button is bootstrap apply madre. So to apply the bootstrap, use class equal to form hyphen control and here I will give class equal to say btn info. Generally when we want to search a data, so again now save ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we use btn success, delete ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we use btn danger, clear the form we use btn warning. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ when we want to perform a search operation we use btn info. Not standards, but yes, some companies have their own format in this. Save and refresh. Not looking good in this case. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ನಾಗ ಬರಬೇಕು and width should be small in this. There are many methods. One method ಅಂದ್ರೆ use it inside the division tag. Okay. So ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ put the entire form tag inside class equal to container hyphen fluid and inside this div class equal to row. Both should be in one single row. So div class equal to call hyphen lg hyphen I want it to be 4. Okay. 4 but I will keep it 6 because I need to have the button as well as a text box. And offset hyphen lg hyphen 3. The right side push ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So I'm keeping the offset parameter in this. If you don't give offset, it will be on the left side. I'll show you that and later we'll put call hyphen sm hyphen 12 call hyphen md hyphen 12. Another medium device iರಲಿ, small device iರಲಿ, I want the full space for the tags in this case. Save this and close the divisions. So 3 divisions will close. Save ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, refresh. You can see 6 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ half of the screen is being controlled, but the problem is the search button is below. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ನಾಗ ಬರಬೇಕು. In that case, what you can do is you can add a one more division tag div class equal to inside this input group. Input group is a class. If you use that particular class for the tags, I'll put it inside the form tag. So now ಎರಡು tag ಅನ್ನ input group, 2 or more tags, if you put it inside the input group class, it will put it in one single line. Okay, ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡು ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ use this input group class in this case. Save ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, now you can see it will come beside this. Okay, ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. Now I need it in the center in this case. So center use ಮಾಡೋದ, I'll put this entire thing inside the center. I'll put it inside the form tag. I'll close it in the parallel. The second method for this reason, what we do is we make use of the offset tag in this case. So illi offset hyphen lg hyphen 3. If I use offset, it will push 3 units towards the right side in this case. So again, it will come in the center. Now the choice is yours. Width bhal dodu anistu andre you can reduce this, make it 4. 4 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have 4 4 4. So I want it pushed towards 4 units towards the right side. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗ್ತದ, it will come slightly towards left. ಸೆಂಟರ್ ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ 4 in this case. ಇದು ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Save this and refresh. Now it is in the center. I will type a name inside this, click on search, it should bring me the data. So for that we write the search code. So search code again, go to views.py, the views.py, and even here we need to give a message to the user also in this. That is in the center tag, two flower brackets, call it as msg. So that will display the message in this. Now we will write the search code for this. Search code is very simple. That is, if request dot post sorry method double equal to post colon come inside this. Okay, inside this whatever the data he has put, you have to retrieve the data from that particular table. So probably we have a model by name student registration data. So use the same thing. If student registration data dot objects dot filter, inside filter I need to match the name of the student in this. So let us open the models.py also. Inside this we have student name. Okay, so here I'll say student name is equal to request dot post square bracket double quotation, give the name of the tag that you have given here. So I've given the tag name as student name, copy this, paste. But nanaga, I can't type the exact name in this. So I need to have something called as underscore underscore I contains. Suppose I have a name called as Sachin. If I type A, it should bring the data. If I type SAC, it should bring the data. I need not type the full exact name in this case. So for this that purpose, I am using the underscore underscore I contains. So if it is there, dot exists. Check whether the data exists or not. If it is there, then bring the data. Else, you have to give a message to the user. That is, msg is equal to record not. Okay. So here, if the data is there, fetch it and store it inside. Student data is equal to same query. Paste. So it will bring the complete data, put it inside this, and this data will be sent to the HTML page. So I'm sending the data to the HTML page. Now in the HTML page, we have to display that data in this case. So go to student details, scroll down, and here after the complete division, I will make use of if student data. Okay, because I am sending the data to HTML page inside this variable, whatever name you have given here, you have to give the same name in the HTML page of this. So I have given the data inside the variable name student data. So now ilno same I will make use of if student data, that is if it is having information come inside this. Of course, ಅದು close ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡು ಹಂಗೆ. That is and if. Inside this, use a table tag. Inside the table, tr. Inside tr, use td. Inside td, say I'll display the ID of the student in this. One more td, and we'll go to models.py and see what are data we have stored in this. So here I have student name. give it as student name. Next, one more TD. In next TD, it is mobile number. Mal heading ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ. Heading for the table in this. Say one more TD. I have email ID. Say one more TD. In that password should not be displayed in this case. Course ID. Now this is very important in this case. When you are fetching, here I'll just display the course name. Course name. And after course name, we have the course fees also. We'll display the course fees. Okay. So these are the data that I have to display. Next in Madre, start with the for loop in this case. That is for SD in student data. Use a for loop to display the data in the HTML page. That is end for. Inside this same process, say tr, inside this td, inside td two flower brackets, sd dot. I need to display the id, I'll keep it id. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗೆ I need to display the various informations. That is, I need to display the student name. Always copy paste the contents. Next, mobile number. Mobile number. Next is email id. Email id. Password don't display. Course id. Say course id. Course fees. Okay. So then we have the end of the for loop in this. CSS use matter to make it look attractive. So class equal to table hyphen border, bordered, BORDERED. It will show the border in this case. Table hyphen hover. Hover will highlight that particular entire row in this case. So I'll use that table hover in this case. So save madre, that's it, the display operation. Refresh the page. Okay. So I seriously don't remember name. Sachin Ertula. Yes, Sachin is displayed. Sana is displayed in this. Okay. Now, this is a hover property that you can see. Sir, mal border content ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. So header change ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Yes, we can change the header. Very simple. Here, put a, put this entire tr inside a one more tag called as t head. Inside t head, make use of class equal to table hyphen dark. If you like black color, it will look something like this. You want other colors, you have all those success, you have info, all those things in this. Success code green color change. Okay, so the choice is yours. I prefer using black in this case. So gap barbecue, because there is no gap between the search operation and the table. I need to have a small gap. I will make use of empty hyphen 2. So slightly there is a gap between the tags in this case. Okay. Now, uh, first problem is, you can see here the course name is not displayed. Hoda? That is because here you have used course ID. Here you are using the course ID, but I want the course name in that particular place. Okay. For this, go to models.py. You have to understand something in the models.py. Here you can see course ID is a foreign key which is pointing to course master data. So go to course master data. Which data you want to display here? It is a course name. Copy this. Come to your HTML page. Dot the course name. Okay. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಒಳಗೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಅದ, ಆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಡಾಟ್ ದ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಯು ದ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್. Save and refresh. You can see the course name is displayed. Sir, I want to even display the duration in this case. Duration, have we stored duration in the student register table? Have we stored the course duration? No. I want the course duration in this case. So course duration il malada. Howda? So what I can do is very simple. Use a one more td with same sd dot course id dot duration. So using this course ID, you can retrieve any data from this table. Understood this point? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ course ID use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು student register data na send ಮಾಡೀನಿ. So from student registration data, if I use a course ID column, from course ID column, I can fetch any data from the course master data in this case. Clear with this? Okay. So duration ಆಯ್ತು, course fees ಆಯ್ತು, course details ಬೇಕಾಗದ. Yes, you can fetch the course details also in this. Very simple, copy paste and take the course details column. Copy this and here we fetch the okay course fees ತಗೊಂಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ. Because what happens is now for year batch the fees was 8,000 in this. So now two students have kept the fees as 8,000. ನಾಳೆ ನಾ course fees change ಮಾಡಿ I'll make it 10,000. So 10,000 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ what happens is I will be changing the course fees here. Okay, say example, next batch I am charging 10,000. So I'll make Python full stack as 10,000. What was the fees collected for you people? 8,000. So ನಿಮ್ದು ಡೇಟಾ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ 8,000 ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ 10,000 ಅಂಡ್ ಫೆಚ್ ದಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಇದೇ ಡೇಟಾ ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫೀಸ್ ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರ ಮೇಲೆ 10,000 ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತು ಫೀಸ್. For this, so for that reason we never retrieve the course fees because it keeps changing. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನಾಗ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದ ಆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋ ಡೇಟಾನ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಇಟ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್. ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನಾಗ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ taught to you people, it will be the same for the juniors in this. Duration will also be a 3 months course in this case. Of course, the exam but the change after I can't predict in this case. Course fees will change. That's why I've kept the course fees in this case. Course name change agala. It will be called as Python full stack only. So I'm not storing the course name in the student registration data. Yav the data change agangala, keep it in the master table. The data which may change, keep a copy of that with the student in this case. Got this point? So now I have fetched all the data, like I have fetched the course name, I have fetched the duration, I have fetched the course details, but fees is taken from the student table itself. Save madri and create those suitable headers in this. Say course name, after course name I have say course duration. I'll just keep it as duration and one more and that is course details. Save this and now refresh the page and you get all the data in this case. For this point, sir, ಇದು ಭಾಳ lengthy ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ, can be reduced to a small size in this. Yes, one simple method is where you are displaying the course details, use a HTML tag called as pre-tag. Pre-tag ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಬೈ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ. Suppose you have typed continuous, then it will display continuous. So let us see, I don't remember. Anyhow, yes, already I one type ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. So it is displaying me one below the other. That is what the pre-tag is used for in this case. Clear with this? So I have fetched the data. What are the problems? Ella sir, ella chand work ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ. There is one problem is, the problem is, I will run it again. I'll type SA and click on search. You people observe here. Okay. On the refresh on the page, because a new page has been brought in this case. First point. Second point, na illi SA anta type madidde, aa type madid data hoytali. Means the whole page has been changed. The whole page has been modified in this case, which I don't want in this. So other salvaga, we make use of the Ajax concept where without refreshing the data, he will bring the new data in this. Got this point? So other salvaga, we need to implement the Ajax concept in this case. Ajax concept hang implement aveku because illi I have to type SA and then click on the search button to fetch the data. So that means 3 clicks. Can I say one click for yes, another click for A, another click for search. Instead of that, ನಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, I will type here as yes. It should bring the data of the students whose name starts with yes. Only one click. If I type A, it should bring the details of the students whose name starts with SA in only two clicks in this. In three clicks, I want to change it to two clicks in this. So for that purpose, we make use of the Ajax in this. Okay, so ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇಜ್ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದಂಗ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೇ ಟೇಕ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಸೇ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಆಡ್ ಟು ಕಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐಟಮ್ ಆಡೆಡ್ ಟು ಕಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಜಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. Whenever you purchase any items, you just keep on clicking, it changes the quantity quality amount change ಆಗ್ತದೆ without refreshing the page. So there, that is a place where they are using the Ajax concept in this case. So we should use such things in the application ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ it is used in all the types of applications. We check. I have an account in this, I'll show you. The link. Concept that I've used, it's not there in this anyways. And the application is there. If it was there, I would have shown you. Let's check. Mart. Mart.klvg. Okay. Sign in. Registered now. Now you can see I'll select any vegetable in this. Illi, I will select one item and click on add button without refreshing here. It will perform the operation. You can see this. So Ali, I have clicked on the button. You can see item added to cart. The message is displayed without refreshing the page. Illa ಏನು quantity select ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೇ quantity ಅದು. Now you can see 1 kg has been selected, item added to cart, and automatically here also the cart item is changing. 3 other. I'll click on this, a message is displayed, item quantity is displayed without refreshing the page. This is where the Ajax concept is being used in the applications. So simple, if you learn this concept, you can create the website similar to that of your Amazon in this because you have learned all these features. How to register, how to display the items, how to upload the photos. Now you are learning the Ajax, how to add the items. In a display operation I am doing in this case. So it's just a display code in this case. You have user select tag, select options. and click on submit, the data is being saved in this case. Okay, so data save agala because quantity has to be increased. Anyways, so same concept you can do it. Even you people can implement the application like Amazon in this if you have this much of knowledge. Okay, now coming back to your application. So in our type naga, when I type anything in this, I need to fetch the data. So for that, of course, there are many changes that we have to do in this case. The first change is now when I click on this, it should not perform the operation. It should perform the operation when I type inside the text box. So I have to make use of an event called as on change event in this. So on key press event for the text box. So what I will do is I'll go to the HTML. I hope till here no doubt in this. Okay. Online students, any doubts till here you can ask. Chalo, fine. So now the first thing I have to do here is I don't need a submit button now. Okay, because on key press only it should perform the operation. So I'll remove the submit button, save and refresh the page. Now this is gone. Next, here when I click on any characters, it should call the JavaScript function because we know Ajax concept works on JavaScript in this case. So what I have to do is here I will use on key press equal to get student data. I'll create a function called as get student data and inside this I will pass this. Means whatever characters that he has typed can be fetched using this particular tag. So I'll use the same function name in the head tag, create script tag, inside script tag function, and don't use this variable name here. I'll call it as tag name. Okay. So whatever tag name he has a type, whatever the name he has typed inside the tag, I should fetch it and store it inside the variable. So I'll call it as student name is equal to tag name dot value. Value means if he has typed the letters inside that, those letters will be retrieved and it is copied inside the student name variable in this case. Student name variable. Okay, first point. Second point, we need to write a CSRF token we have to retrieve. We have to write the Ajax function in this. So for that, already I have written in a previous program, just copy paste to save the time. That is display course piece used here. No, not used here also. Course piece. Yes, we have used the Ajax function here. So the CSRF will be the same, no change in that. I'll copy this entire Ajax function and I will paste it in my search student details. Okay, some changes we have to do in this case. First thing, now the form name another that should be replaced here in this. So my form name is search student. So here also it is search student dot CSRF middleware token. It will be as it is dot value as it is. Next in the Ajax function, give a function name here in this case. So now I am Ajax get student data. I'll change the name of the function. I'll call it as get student data in this case. Okay. Ajax 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 function one I'll make use of this. Whatever student name he has typed, that you pass the parameter. Student name is equal to student name. So if he has typed SA is copied inside this, that I have to send it to the function in this case, like we had done for the course ID. When he clicked on a particular course, the course ID was sent to Ajax function. Based on that, the data was retrieved. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗ ಅವ ಯೂಸರ್ ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನ ಆ ನೇಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡು you send it to student name in this case. Okay, save this. The success function we will write later. Okay, so now what we will do is we have to create a function by this name in the views.py. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲ urls.py ನಾಗ you have to add the path in this case. So let me go to urls.py, add a function, a new path, paste, 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 and paste. Okay. Go to views.py. In the views.py, add the function in this. And add the function def, the name of the function, same request parameter, colon. Inside this, the first thing is I have to retrieve the name of the student, what he has typed. So now I'll use student name is equal to request dot post. Inside this, in the Ajax function, I mean in your uh, search student function, whatever the name you have given here, give the same name in this place. So number student name ಬಂತು. Student name basis ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು data ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. So ಇದು already you people have written the function just now. Just copy that code here. That is you have written here in this case. Okay. Copy the same message, put it on the top. And this name will come here. So request dot post student name and ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ you can paste. I have copied that inside a variable. Okay, so same code what we have done for the regular search, only change we have done is we have written it inside the Ajax function. Send ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, we had used return render function previously. Instead of return render function, here we have to pass that data using return JSON response, open close, and inside this flower bracket, inside this whatever name you want, say student data. Okay, put a colon, and inside this list of student data dot values, you have to do this modification in this. A modification other. The first thing is student data dot values, because the data that you have fetched here is in the dictionary format. Dictionary under key value pair. And key ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, I need only values. So in that case, I'll use the values property. And this entire data is converted to list format and it is sent to the server in this case. Under the HTML page, list format na convert ಮಾಡಿ, he will send the data in the student data. Clear with this point? Okay. Next, go to your HTML page and you come to the success part in this. Illi ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ code is tricky in this. Okay. Till then, just go through this concept. When a new code in this case, the new code will start from here. That is, now the data is being sent inside an object called as student data to the Ajax function. That is, response dot student data has all the information. Okay, so what I have to do is very simple here. I in response student data. Okay, I make use of student data because all the data is there inside the response dot student data in this. Now, I have to display the data to the user in this table format. That is how I have displayed here. Okay, what you have to do is this entire code should be converted to string format. Hang ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. Say just first changes, make all these single quotation instead of double quotation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ double quotations use ಮಾಡಿರಿ, use the single quotation and keep it continuous. Okay, we will keep. You want me to keep the code very simple? Yes. Fine. ಇದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ delete ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. Nothing in this. And here I have to display one division tag. That's it. Division tag, and I'll give ID is equal to student data. Got it? So I've used a division tag where the data was previously displayed, and I've kept it as student data in this. Okay. Next, idu bekangilla, remove this and also remove this. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, one table structure create ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿನಿ, and here I am using a division tag. Inside division tag we had a tr tag, we had a loop tr tag ittu, tr na td ಗಳು ಇತ್ತು. Okay, one thing we will do, I'll cut this entire thing. Not required, not required, and not required here also. In this place, I will make use of a division with ID property as student data. Okay, and remember this is the content which I had copied from there. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ tr tag ಬರ್ತದ ಆಮೇಲೆ td ಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ inside td we have the data. Now we have to create the same structure here like we had done in the option tag in the previous class. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ we had used a course fees ಟೈಮಿಗೆ, so I'll call it as student details. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸೇಮ್ ನೇಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ. And here I will make use of the tr tag open. I'll just open the tr tag. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ on the top we have the tr tag. Okay, each student data you are using something like this. So now what I have to do, inside the for loop here it will be td, that is I have used the td admal student data ಬರಬೇಕು. Okay, so student data ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ response dot student data of I dot, instead of this I will say id, so I need id in this place. Okay, so understand this point, td response dot student data dot id, and then we have td close. And if you see this, it is similar to this, only instead of sd we are writing response dot student data of I dot. This is the extra thing that we are adding in this case. So the student one the information added same way, change it here, student details. The same way in the next line I need to add the student name, so copy the next variable student name. The same way copy the next variable, that is mobile number. Next we'll just copy paste the contents. So mobile number admela email id, so after mobile number email id, after email id course id dot course name, same thing replaced. Then course id dot duration, same thing replaced. Then it is again course id dot course details, so replace course id dot course details and course fees. So here it is course fees. Rest all ಏನವ delete ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, have you understood this? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್. 5 ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 0 1 2 3. ಸೊ 0 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೇನೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ you can see plus equal to ಅಂದ್ರೆ this data is added with the next data. Okay, plus equal to ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the previous data of the student details is added with this data of the student details. So ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ tr tag ಇತ್ತು, ಆ tr tag ನಾಗ now we will have td and then we will have the id of the student, the td will be closed. Again after this ಇದರೊಳಗೆ next line ಬಂದಾಗ we have tr tag, the first td, second td is joined in this case. So ಈ ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗೆ it keeps joining the strings in this case. And last we have the complete data in this. And complete data ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ the next line I will say student data plus equal to close the tr tag. A tr tag close ಆಗಬೇಕು because we have done this. So I am closing the tr tag. After closing the tr tag, delete that data which is there in the table tag. ಅದು division ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗೆ create ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ I have to erase the previous data in this case. So erase ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we use empty function. And then I will say in student data append the student details. Student details has all the data in the table tag in this. I am asking him to append inside this. So go through this particular statement correctly and tell me if you have not understood any line. I'll explain it again, because this is one of the most important thing that you should know, because ಇದೊಂದೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಓದೋದು ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So this is a Ajax response that we should know. So just go through this tag again. If you have not understood, let me know. If you have not understood, don't hesitate to ask. Empty. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಸಚಿನ್, ಎಸ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸನಾತನ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬಂತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅ ನೇಮ್ ಕಿರಣ್, ಕೆ ಐ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಕೆ ಐ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಸಚಿನ್ ಡೇಟಾ, ಸನಾ ಅಂತ ಡೇಟಾ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಿರಣ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. If you don't write this, uh, Sana data will be there, to that Kiran data will be displayed. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, I will delete the previous data that was put in the student data division. ಆ delete ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ I am using the empty function in this case. Yes, online students, any doubts you have? Okay, execute ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. Okay, so now that's it. Save and pray for God in this case. So I'll say yes, A, it is not working, fine. Always expected, Yandu Ajax concept as easy direct work agangala. So now we have to debug. It is good that we got an error, because debugging heng ಆಗ್ತದ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So first thing, I need to check whether the Ajax function is called or not. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾರಿ, the get data function ಕಾಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, I'll say alert inside this I am called. So suppose ಅಲ್ಲಿ key press ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇದು function call ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will display me I am called. So let us see that, and I know where I have done a mistake. Yes and type ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ I am called. So that means the function is called. Okay, next, in this place I want to see whether the student name is fetched or not. ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಬಂದದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it should show me yes. I have typed A, it should show me A. Save ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, refresh the page, and I'll type yes, it is not showing anything. It's not showing anything means there is a problem either in this line or in this line. ಯಾವ ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದ, say one step ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. If this line has a problem, it will not display this. If this line has a problem, then this will be displayed. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. So let us see that. Save and click on S. It is showing empty. Empty. Why it is showing this as empty is a thing in this. Okay, we'll do one thing. Yes. A. One letter previous in this. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ, I have used on key press. So on key press event call ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ it is waiting for 2 characters at least in this case. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ on key down event ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. That is on key down. So when you press the key, it will call the JavaScript in this. Save and refresh. So it is yes, A, again a key behind. Anyways, ಎರಡು letter ಇರ್ಲಕ್ಕ, we'll go with 2 letters in this. Anyways, I have got the value. There is no problem here. 2 letters type ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it should come here. I'll call it as student name. It should call me after 2 letters. So yes, A, yes, it is working fine. So yes, A bantu ali. So yes, A bantu andre there is no problem in this particular place. Iltana function call again andre now he should go to this particular function. ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ go to this function, check whether the data whatever you have typed is got here or not. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ನೇಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾನು ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು ಈ ಪೇಜಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ ದ ಅಜಾಕ್ಸ್ HTML ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, let me run the page again. I'll type SA. SA should be displayed on the screen. Yes, SA barligatsu. So that means now type ಮಾಡಿರೋ data is coming to this particular line. ಈ ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದ HTML ಪೇಜ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಸೊ ಡೇಟಾ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು, ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಡೇಟಾ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್. ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, SA ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ and come here and you can see the data is fetched. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದದ ಡೇಟಾ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಡೇಟಾ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಕ್ವೆರಿ ಸೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎರಡು ಡೇಟಾ ಬಂದವಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಫೆಚ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಲೆಟರ್ ಎಸ್. ಎ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಎರಡು ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ there is no problem even here. That means ಅವ ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ he has gone to the success function in this case. ಈಗ success function is what we have to check. So first thing, have we got the data? Response.data ಒಳಗೆ do we have the data or not? ಅದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ I will say alert close of this response.student data. Save ಮಾಡ್ರಿ and refresh the page. Yes, it has a data. You can see there are two objects in this. ಎರಡು object ಬಂದವಿಲ್ಲಿ. So even that is fine in this. That is fine ಅಂದ್ರೆ for loop ನ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾನ. Now check with this. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಕೋಡ್ ವಿತ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸಣ್ಣದ ಏನು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದ stage that also. Refresh, type yes and I'll type A. One the data bandada, but why it is showing in this format? Actually he should have shown that in the table format in this. Probably student details, student data. Remove this. Let's see. Yes. The page is getting changed. Reload agigata, so we have to wait. I guess. Now, okay. So he is not displaying this page, means there is some problem in this line. The problem is in this line. So let me check one by one. Is he displaying the ID or not? Under the problem is in the loop because it's working one step above the loop. Loop work the problem is in the loop. Let us see whether he has got the correct data or not. Getting the correct data in this case. Data answer. Say I call it as student name. And refresh. Yes, A. Say Raven name is coming. A. Sana name is coming. So the name is working fine. So the data is working fine in this TD close. This everything is right. Alert. Student details is creating the problem in this case. What is the problem with the student details? I am doubting on this. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು instruction mistake we have done in this. We have to see what is that, which line. So Revantana, it is working fine. Okay, email ID Tana, it is working fine. So it is showing me the email ID. Let us check with this. So this is creating problem. That is, this line is creating a problem. That is response dot student data I dot course ID. Here, I think instead of dot, you have to give underscore. I'll tell you the point in this. So, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗ when we are using the Ajax concept in this, JavaScript use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ what we have done is to fetch the data, we have used course ID dot the column name. But JavaScript ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ instead of that dot ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಡೇಟಾ ರಿಟ್ರೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ you have to use underscore symbol. So these are all the data which we have taken from the course master. So such variables, that is the foreign key underscore the column name. This is one change you have to do in this case. Istadmala, I think this will should work. Let us see. And yes, the data is being displayed, but ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ table tag ನ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. So for that we have to make one more headache work that you can try is put this entire thing inside the string. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, I'll keep everything inside the string in this case. This is one most irritating work we generally have to do. This copy this entire the course td close, use a tr inside that. We will use only tds and close. I'm trying something in this. If this works, headache work ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತದ. So division tag here I'll keep empty. td open td close works everywhere correct ಅದ. And remove this entire line. Let us see if this works fine or not. Yes, a, the answer is no. So that means you have to do the most take work. Copy this entire division in first place. So again, purti table tag ಏನದ, purti table tag ಗೆ put it inside the first variable in this. Okay, and in the last, the remaining data is displayed, and then in the remaining place, close the table tag. At the end, here is a plus equal to close of the table tag. Okay, so this yes, okay, and you can see the data is displayed. Page refresh illa, button tag illa. Okay, I'll just type A or yes, yes, yeah, Revan ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Okay, ಸನಾ ಜೊತೆ ರೇವನ್ ಬರಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ getting the data in this case. problem is the undefined. Defined is we are using the underscore. We are using the underscore. We'll see what is happening in this. Let me think on that because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ the same data will come in this foreign key ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ this is the issue. We have to use an underscore or dot can be used or any other character. Okay, anyways, ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ because I'm not able to recall. Once I recall, I'll tell what character that you have to type. It is underscore actually. So I'll just verify this and I'll let you know instead of underscore which operator has to be used in this. So ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗ without refreshing the page, you are fetching the data in this. SANA, you got the data in this case. Okay. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ I ಇದು empty tag ಅದ empty ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ it is bringing all the data in this. That's why you are able to see this data. So for that, what we can do is we can put one simple condition. The condition is here. If tag name is not empty, avagasthe the operation perform ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. Otherwise, it was displaying two data in this case. So I'm restricting that now. ಖಾಲಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಡೇಟಾ ತೋರಿಸಬಾರ್ದು. Okay. I give SA, it is showing me Sana in this. Okay. So I give R, RE in this, it is showing me the Raven. So at least two characters that you have to type to fetch the data in this. Understood this point? So this is how we use the Ajax concept to search the data without refreshing the web page. And you search no, the data what you typed is still on the screen. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಬಟ್ ಮೊದಲು ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಬಟನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫೆಚ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿತೌಟ್ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೆಬ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಜಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಟು ಲೋಡ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಟಿಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇದು ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಿಸ್